In this lesson, we're going to learn how to solve what's called literal equations. These are equations with only letters. Okay, or sometimes they have numbers, but it's like they have more than one letter. Okay, more than one variable. Now, here's the thing. We're still trying to solve for 1, right? So here I'm trying to solve for x. I'm going to solve for x over here too. So let's see how we do it. It actually turns out to solve just like a regular equation. So over here, you can see what I would do first. We already know this. Okay, I would subtract 5. So I'm going to actually just go ahead and write I subtracted 5 first. Okay, and then what do I do next? I divide by 4. Okay, and so the thing is, what we can see is this 5 in this position right here that we subtracted, there's a letter in that same position. It's B. Okay, and this 4, this one that we ended up dividing, right? There's a letter in that same position as the 4. It's this A. So we're actually going to solve this equation just exactly the same as we did this. So first I subtracted 5. Instead of subtracting 5 first, I'm going to subtract B first. Okay, right, that cancels. I'm bringing down A times X equals. Now the difference is here, I can't just do the math, right? I can't just like use my fingers and do like, oh, 21 divided by 5. So I can do C minus B, and I just write it just like this, C minus B. Okay, that's like the math that I would do, but I can't do because I don't know what the value of C and B is. Next was to divide by 4. The letter in the same position as 4 is A. So I'm going to divide by A. And that gets me X equals. And what I have is C minus B divided by A. And this is what X equals, right? Over here, it was 21 minus 5 and then divided by 4. Over here, I don't know what the numbers are, but it's actually the same process. Okay, let's take a look at another one. Over here, I would add 2 first. Okay, and then next, I would multiply by 3. Okay, so let's see what I do first over here. The 2, right, the 2 is here, and I added it. In the same position as the 2 is this B, so I'm going to go ahead and add B. I'm going to bring everything down. This is C plus B. Now I'm multiplying 3, right? I'm multiplying this number that's in the bottom because that's what the number that's being divided by. So over here on this side, I'm going to multiply A. Now here, you need to pay attention because the math that I want to do first, I want C plus B to get added first and then be multiplied by A, right? Like here, I did the math. I actually added 4 plus 2 first, and then I multiplied it by 3. So order of operations, I need to make sure that this adding actually happens first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in parentheses, right? I want the C plus B to get added first, and then to multiply by that A. And it looks like this. Okay. Last one. Now here's the thing. This equation here, what we've been doing is we've been distributing. I'm actually going to show you a different way to solve it here because distributing turns out not to work for this. But there's another way that you could solve this equation, which is you could say, oh, this 5 is being multiplied, and you could divide it, right? And if you divide that 5, then what I'm left with is this. Okay, so first I divided by 5. And then next, I'm just going to get X by itself. I'm going to subtract 3. Okay, so this 5, which I divided, it's in the same position as this A. And this 3, which I ended up subtracting, is in the same position as this B. So let's do it. First, I'm going to divide by A. So I get X plus B, right? This cancels, equals C divided by A. That looks like this, C over A. And then I'm going to subtract B, right? B is in the same position as that 3. So I get X equals, remember the division happens first, so it's C divided by A minus B. And I don't need any parentheses here, right? I don't need to put parentheses around the division because order of operations, division actually just happens first. Here, I needed to put parentheses because I wanted the addition to happen first before the multiplication. Okay, go ahead and try these 6 problems on page 36.